breathe in, breathe out, right? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here, welcome back. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Crystal Lavender. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on. It is a super honor to be here. Like, not only is it an honor to be here, it's an honor to have you here. Like, thank you so much. So today we're going to read for the collective of Virgo, the Virgo collective. VIRGO, 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 and Virgo is the sign, yo. But before we get started, we are going to talk about this right here. This is my book. It's called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual abuse and addiction. And I wrote this whole book with my phone. I used some paper, of course, but it was like my phone and like talk to text. And my mentor and good friend Adam helped me accomplish this. It was him that inspired me to do this. I saw his book and like it inspired me to change. So then I was inspired to write a book, and then I've had other people that have been inspired to write their own books because they've seen my book, and now I'm trying to inspire you to write your own book so that you can get your story out there, so that you can inspire 100 other million people, right? We never know who's watching and like who it is that we are inspiring. So, and I share my story very, very loudly, and it's not because I'm proud of all the stupid shit I've done, because I've done a lot of stupid shit, y'all. A lot of stupid shit. But I know what it feels like to be stuck in a shame loop, you know? A loop of shame, a loop of guilt, a loop of feeling worthless, or that, you know, you're never going to make it out of that. And I guarantee you can make it out of that darkness. I guarantee you. And then you can reach back in and pull some other people out, because that's what it's all about, right? Right. So you'll be able to find the link in the description of every one of my newer videos. I mean, I didn't have a book for my older videos, so it's not in my older ones, but it's in all my new ones. So with that being said, let's get this party started. Virgo. What can we tell the Virgo collective? We're going to get one of these spiritual as fuck deck cards first. Let's see. Let's pull one from this side. What is it? Gimme. Bless you, kitty. It says, courage is knowing that it might hurt and doing it anyways. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. Ain't that the frickin' truth? What's the difference between courage and stupidity in your life? A big part of adulting is not crossing the line where your rebelliousness turns into recklessness. The people who ride this line most gracefully usually have a clear eye on their values and a good friend or two who will tell them when they are being a dumbass. If you can't decide if you're being brave or stupid, call a friend. But don't call a dumbass friend. Right? Let's see if we can get one more. Pixie might make an appearance. All right. Being weird as fuck is better than being boring as hell. All right. Just be your true authentic self, right? I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know that like my story might not impact everybody in the world, but it will definitely get out there and impact the people that need to hear it, you know? I know that, you know, the people that will love me for me are the people that I need, not the people that, you know, will judge or criticize or, you know, shame or blame or whatever. So just be your weird, goofy ass self. It says, go to the grocery store and buy one grape. One single grape. Just one. Put it on the conveyor belt. Let the checker weigh it out and ring you up. Ask for a receipt. Do not, under any circumstances, explain yourself to anyone. Take that grape and thank it for teaching you how to do shit that others don't understand for whatever good reason. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. I just want this one single grape. All right. So it looks like the energy of this reading is about authenticity and being like who you truly are. There's somebody out there that needs that message. Just be your weird ass self. How are you gonna find your people if you're not even being your true self? You know what I mean? All right, Virgo. What sort of messages do we have for the collective of Virgo today? Please and thank you. Spirit, source, universe, God. I know some people are triggered by that word God, but And I used to be one of those people. Like, if somebody said the word God, I was like instantly wall, block, bloop. But now, like, I say God so much that my phone has interpreted good as God. Like, auto corrects good into God. So, I'm like, but I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to argue with it. God is good. Good is God. I'm cool with that. And I don't care what you want to call it. It don't matter. We're not here to discuss that. Right? Okay. Virgo. What sort of messages does the Virgo collective need to hear today? Please and thank you. Ooh. Chariot. We have the Chariot in reverse. And the Page of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. This looks almost exactly like the cards I got on the All Signs reading the other day. That's strange. And it wouldn't be a reading if I wasn't dropping cards. So, 1 second. My goodness. All right. Sorry about that. It wouldn't be a reading. Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Hierophant. So I think there's some sort of choice that you need to make. You know, with the Chariot being in reverse, it's like you know what you need to do, but you might not want to be doing it. You might not want to be doing it. You know, and you might be dealing with somebody that's shady. Maybe you don't want to see that they're shady, you know what I mean? But it's like you've seen sign after sign after sign of this person not being, you know, like they don't follow up with what they say they're gonna do. They like keep secrets or don't quite tell you everything. This person could be a lot younger than you. And they definitely don't have their shit figured out with the Six of Swords in reverse. It's like they don't really I don't know if they have enough experience yet in the world to have completely figured everything out. But it's like you're trying to decide if you're going to cut this person out of your life or not, you know? It's like, do you let them figure out their own path, or do you like hi-ya chop and cut them out? It's like, how much are you willing to tolerate with this person? Yeah, you're the King of Wands. You're like, how much am I willing to tolerate? It's like, yeah, I have to learn, you know, like I have to be able to teach, you know, but if somebody just isn't getting the message, it's like, how many times am I going to have to teach them this? You know? How long do I have to wait until they get it? But you've got the Star, so, I mean, there is hope for this person, for this younger person, or whoever it is that you're considering cutting out of your life. Is like, it's like you want to give them the chance to do right, you know? It's like when my mom was young, like, when my mom was young, when I was younger, my mom would ask me, like, I'd come home from school and she'd be like, I got a call from the school today. What did you do? You know? And I would just start rambling off all of this stuff about how I broke the tetherball or did this or did that. It's like the school never called her, you know? It's like you might be trying to get the truth out of somebody. You know, you know that they're hiding something, or you know, like you're playing investigator. Or you might think that they're hiding something. Yeah, I don't know. They might not be up to no bullshit this time though. Maybe you've caught them in a lie several times before, so you just kind of expect it out of them. Either that, or you already know the truth and you're like wanting to give them the opportunity to come correct, you know? It's like, have you ever done that before where like you already know the truth, you just want the person to tell you? You want to see if they'll lie to you or not? I know my mom taught me that trick. You know? Like, give the person the opportunity to tell you the truth, especially if you already know what it is, and see what they do. See what kind of person they are. And I think you've caught this person in lies before. I think you've caught this person in some lies before. You know, so you're just waiting for them to pop off at the mouth again. And we got the Star card again. So some of you guys seriously might be dealing with an Aquarius. And we have the Lovers. So this person is important to you. You know, you might be in a relationship with this person, or you might be, you have a really strong soul bond with this person. You could be a Gemini. But I feel like you've caught them. We got the Moon on the bottom. Like you've caught them in lies before. Like you've held on to the truth, you know, and just waited to see what they were going to say. And they've straight up like lied to your face, you know. And I think you might have this type of situation happen again, but I don't think they're going to lie to you this time. I think if they've lied to you before, like I don't think they're going to lie to you this time. They might actually come correct. Because the Three of Swords is in the reverse. And we got the Three of Cups in the upright. So you might be really relieved, like, you know, they actually tell you the truth and you're like, fucking A, thank God I don't have to frickin', you know, I don't have to get all up on your ass about some shit. It's like I'm tired of having to correct you, you know, like you don't want to have to correct this person. You want this person to be a good person all on their own. But it's not your job to make other people be a good people. It's only your job to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like you can't make anybody do anything. You could try to lead by example. Kitty, stop it. You could try to lead by example. Yeah, you don't want to sharpen your claws just like the kitty. The kitty's over there sharpening his claws. It's like you don't want to have to sharpen your claws, you know? You don't want to have to tell this person what time it is over and over again. It's like you want them to learn something. But I really think that they have learned something with the Temperance. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well, or a Pisces. It's like you already have the truth and you want them to come to correct. Like you want them to choose to be a good person. But I mean, we can only lead by example, you know? And maybe you've given this person lots of opportunities before. So you're just like if they don't do it this time, I might have to I might just slice them slice them right out of my life or some shit, you know? I mean, unless it's like your kid and then like, it's kind of our job to teach them how to be good people, you know? But even then, there's only so much that you should let them get away with, or, you know, like kids are manipulative little fuckers sometimes, man. Like they know how to play your heartstrings. Straight know how to play your heartstrings. Here we got the Temperance again. So some of you guys really could be dealing with a Sagittarius. But yeah, you don't want to go all Queen of Swords on them, man. Like, you don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to cut their head off. You don't want to have to, like, sharpen your claws. It's like, but you already know, you know, that this person has done this before. You know? This person has done this before, and it's like, you're just waiting for them to do it again. But, I mean, but that same energy could create that happening. So it's like, you gotta walk that fine line of balance there. Yeah, and it's taking you some strength. It's taking you some strength. Could be a Leo. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think this person might actually try to tell you the truth this time. You know? Especially if you already know the truth and they know that you know. My mom used to do that shit all the time. Even if she didn't know, she would play them games. Like, not really games, but she would get me to talk. You know? I think you have a way of getting this person to talk. Like, they'd be telling on themselves without even knowing it. They probably find you really intimidating. And it's not that, like, I mean, if they're intimidated or if you're intimidating, that's two totally different things. You know, just because, like, being in your presence makes them need to stand up to be a better person doesn't mean that you're intimidating. It means that they're intimidated. Yeah, you don't want to have to throw them away. You don't want to have to fight this battle. But there's something like that you know, you already know. And it could have to do with something with financial resources, You know, maybe like you gave some person some money and they didn't use it for what they said they were going to use it for. And it's like, you already know. Yeah, you already, just says, you already know the tea. I mean, sometimes knowing the tea is like, we don't want to ask questions that we don't want answers to. You know what I mean? Like, if we can't handle the answer, then don't ask the question. But at the same time, like, you already know the tea. And sometimes tea stains, man. They use tea to stain shit for centuries now. Yeah, you might just be tired of the drama. Like, you just don't want to have to deal with it with this person. You're like, I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Like, you might just keep your mouth shut and just sit back and watch. You know, sit back and wait and watch and see what they do. But it might be real hard if they try to lie again, you know, or if you hear them telling a story to somebody that you know for a fact ain't true. It might be really, really hard to keep your mouth shut. And you hear them talking to their friends or something. And they go on this big old extravagant adventure that, like, wasn't even their adventure or some shit. But I think this person is really close to you. Yeah, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear them make no bad choice, you know? You're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I already know the tea. You're just waiting for them to come correct, man. Waiting for them to come correct. Yeah, and they're all in their fields. They're like, should I? Should I come correct? It's like, but, like, you already know. Like, either Spirit told you the truth, or you found some sort of hard evidence of the truth, you know? But you've done your work. You've done your research. Like, you already know. Like, this person can't fool you. And I think they know that they can't fool you. So it's like, they're just hoping that you won't say nothing. They're just hoping that you won't call them out in front of all their friends or some shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's the best thing to do. Embarrass a fool in front of his friends. You know? Gotta learn sometime. Some of my best moments in life, like my best learning lessons, have been super embarrassing, you know? Like, I ain't ever doing that again. Guaranteed. Learn my lesson on that one. Check. Yeah. You're hoping that they'll keep their promise that they made. I think they made a promise to you that they wouldn't lie to your face like that again. You know? And I really think that you are really hoping and praying that they keep this promise. You know, that they actually do come correct and tell you the truth. But we have the Six of Wands, so that's triumphant. You know? Like, they might actually tell you the truth this time. They might have actually learned something, Virgo. They might have learned. They might have learned that you'd already know anyway, so they might as well just come clean. Because you're going to be more pissed off if they find out that you're lying than if they just come clean. You know? They might have actually learned. Oh, look, and the Sun card. Woo, woo. Virgo, I think this person might have actually learned their lesson. They made the same mistake enough times. They got burnt enough times. You know? They got their consequences enough times that they're like, man, Virgo already know. So if she asks me or if he asks me, I'm just going to have to be straight. But they ain't going to say shit unless you ask, you know? It's like, if she don't ask, I ain't going to tell. If he don't ask, I ain't going to tell. But if you ask... If you ask, they'll tell you. All right? But they're not going to tell you unless you ask. All right, Virgo? Let's get you some angel cards. Let's see what we got for the angel numbers. They're just hoping you don't ask. The sort of messages from the angel numbers do we have for the Virgo collective? VIRGO, VIRGO. Virgo is the sign, yo. 8888. It says personal power, material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gains, and epic romance. Epic. That sounds epic, yo. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending you the numbers to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with the admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. That's a good message. And we got 0220. Act on your idea. Realistic and practical approach to goals, divine timing, ambition, cooperation, and discipline. You have the benefits of good fortune. And if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what your plant will grow. That makes no sense, the way that it's written. It says you're about to experience a spectacular ascent. They wrote that a little strange, but I mean, I'm not here to judge. And then you got 111. Intuition, moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movements, self-realization, taking actions, and unconditional love. Every time I think about unconditional love, I sit in whatever spot I'm at and I just push love out into the fucking ley lines of the planet, man. Like a heartbeat. Time to implement long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust the process. Sometimes we don't want to hear that shit. Trust the process. We're like, ugh, I don't wanna. What do you mean divine timing? How long does divine timing take? It's like there's no clock for it, you know? But it's coming, Virgo. It's coming. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I super appreciate you. You have no idea how much of an honor it is for me to be here, to be sitting here doing this. Like, if you would have known me like 5 years ago, you would have never thought that I could be where I'm at right now. So I super appreciate you. And until next time, love you. Vroom, beep, beep.